Hello, crafty friends. Welcome. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. In today's video, I have a fun, very inventive product that I'm going to be creating a couple of cards with. I have a new set of dies from Fawn, and they're called the Platform PopUp dies. I've watched a lot of card crafters playing with this set, and I wanted to try it out too. It just looks like so much fun. So we're going to be putting together a pop-up card. I also got the Platform Pop-Up add-on set, and this is this little set right here. Both of these sets have some fun stitching around a lot of the pieces, and they're just packed with little additional dies that you can use to decorate your pop-up card. So I'm going to cut these apart off camera. I just have some metal snips that I use to do this. And in addition, I'm going to be using an older card kit of the month set of stamps and dies from Spellbinders. This will be a crafty themed or art themed pop-up card with these little pieces that I have here to cut out. And I'll do all of my die cutting as well off camera. So let's get into the pop-up card. Now, as I mentioned before, a lot of card crafters have used this, so this is just going to be a quick review. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the pop-up cards videos already. I cut out the main die twice using some black cardstock, and I'm folding all of the scored lines. I'll use my bone folder just to make them crisp creases. And then I can start putting this first piece together. So there's another piece in the set, and it looks like a letter T. You cut that out 3 times, and I've already done that with some white cardstock. So it is kind of hard to see what I'm doing because I used black cardstock, but there are so many instructional videos on these pop-ups already. So I'm going to add some double-sided score tape to the flaps on these pieces. And these are surprisingly easy to put together. It looks so complicated when you see it all done, but it's very fun and easy to put together. The hard part is deciding what to put in the pop-up frame. So I'll add this little T piece inside the slot, and I'll take off the score paper. I'm making sure that the thin part of the T that you see at the bottom with the white cardstock lines up with the black cardstock. I'm just kind of pulling it taut, and I can press that into place. Next, I'll peel off the release paper on the flap, and then just fold it up and press that into place. So it's super easy. And then you'll do this one more time, but here is half of the mechanism. I'm using more double-sided adhesive on the side flaps on each piece of the mechanism. And now we're going to put these two together. So for the third T, you cut off the embossed line at the bottom. You can see clearly where to cut, and it's going to be a little bit shorter. You'll add some more score tape to the stump of the T. I'll just get my scissors to cut that off. And then on one of the sides, you're going to lay it down flat and then peel off the double-sided adhesive and just kind of line it up at the bottom. Very easily done. Okay, so that side is ready to go. I'm going to add some more score tape on the other half of the mechanism. And you could use glue or score tape, either one. Sometimes I use a mixture of both just to make sure that it stays in place. I'm putting a lot of score tape on this. Okay, we're going to leave the release paper on that for now, and we're going to line them up and peel off the score tape on one of the tabs. I'm using my grid paper just to help me make sure everything is straight. I'll pull off the release paper and then just attach them at the side. This is the first time I'm trying this or putting one together. But after you put one together, you'll be a pro at it. It's so easy. So let's remove the release paper on this side of the mechanism. I'll just use my all-in-one tool to help me with that. And then you're going to fold them over so that they're matching. And then there's one more flap with score tape on it. I'll remove the release paper and then just fold that under. And your pop-up card is ready to fill. Now, if you bought the add-on piece, that's what you're going to put together next. But it can be a standalone piece, just like this. It's so cute. So I cut out the add-on die with some more of the black cardstock. I'm not going to use my bone folder on this. I'm just going to slightly curve it. Before I attach the backing, I am going to decorate it. So I'm pulling out some cute pattern paper from Spellbinders. I'll use this piece of black and white pattern paper here. And I'm going to use all of the little extra dies to cut out some panels to decorate my pop-up card. I will tape these into place so they don't shift when I run them through my die cut machine. But with this pattern paper, I have to make sure that they line up to the grid on this piece of pattern paper. I'm working with a very lightweight pattern paper here, but a heavy weight would work just as well. I'll attach these with some liquid glue. And this helps kind of break up the darkness of the cardstock and add some brightness to it. I'm just centering these on the little panels. I wanted the color and the brightness of the pop-up card to come from the little elements I'm going to add on the inside. And I thought this would just make a cute backdrop to all of the die cuts I'm going to be adding to it. Once we have these three pieces in place, we can attach this to the pop-up mechanism. And this is very easy to do. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue along the back of this panel. Just at the very bottom, my glue bottle was kind of clogged, and I find if I just kind of peel out the dry piece at the top, it works just fine. Sometimes I forget to put the pin in my Barely Arts precision glue. Now I'll just attach this to the back. And then I like to keep pushing the pop-up mechanism down so that I know that it's going to lay down flat and fit in an envelope. And this will fit in an A7 sized envelope just perfectly. So let's flatten this out and press down all of the pieces. So let's decorate the sides of the box now. I have all of these cutouts ready to go. And it comes with a really cute bow and ribbon die that you can create a ribbon on this piece. That's what I'm going to do for my second card. But I'll add these little squares at the sides. Let's glue our last square down. And this set also comes with some grass, a grass die that you can attach to the little T dies. But I used the hill one, and I cut them out with red, yellow, and blue cardstock. So I'm using mostly primary colors to decorate this pop-up card. And these fit perfectly over the top of the T dies that we inserted inside of the pop-up card. I'll just glue those down with liquid adhesive. And here it is all ready to decorate. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to stamp out the sentiment from this set. And I'll stamp it out with some Versamark ink so that I can emboss it with some white embossing powder. I'll just use the corner of this piece of red cardstock, and then I am going to fussy cut around it. Let's pick that up with the door of the Mini Misty, and then I'll use some anti-static powder next. the white embossing powder really shows up on this bright red cardstock, so I want to make sure that I don't get any stray white pieces on this cardstock. So I like to stamp it up twice, at least twice, when I use my Versamark ink. Then I can pour over the white embossing powder. I'll melt that with the already warmed up heat tool. And here it is ready to go. I'm also going to stamp out this cute little heart stamp. And I'll fussy cut that out as well. So let's glue the sentiment on the back panel. And it says, it's a make stuff and be happy kind of day. And then the heart will go at the very front. It's nice that you can push this down flat so that you can decorate it easily. Okay, so here's my paint palette and my brushes, and I also cut out a little tube of paint. And this sun comes from the add-on set. It was just too cute not to use. So I'm going to glue the sun and some clouds behind my sentiment. Just kind of tucking those behind, as well as a flower. I'll put a little yellow flower on the other side. But I like how these bright primary colors just pop off of the black and white pop-up card. I'll put some flowers on the front as well, some smaller flowers. Now that the box is decorated, we'll start attaching things to the inside. So I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue on the corner of this painter's palette and attach that. Next, we'll put in the tube of paint. And then the two brushes I'm going to glue together. And then I'll attach it to the front of the card. And that's all I'm going to attach to the pop-up card. I'll show you a close-up look here. So here it is, all done. And then I'll show you how it folds flat so it fits in your envelope. But isn't that adorable? This will be fun to send off to a crafty friend. And this is so much fun to play with. I have it sitting here on my desk, and I'm going to have to send it out into the mail right away because I have to keep holding it and playing with it. And that is an A7 sized envelope that I'm showing you there, and it just fits perfectly into that larger sized envelope. My second card I put together off camera, but I just wanted to show you this cute coffee themed card, and that is the bow and the ribbon that I glued onto the front. I used some cardstock and ephemera pieces from the Not Too Shabby shop. This is the paper pad that I used, as well as the ephemera packs. And if you don't feel like stamping and coloring your own images, then ephemera pieces are the way to go. This card went together really fast. I'm going to be creating a lot more of these fun pop-up cards, but I just wanted to show you a couple of them that I've made so far. I'll have all of the supplies linked in the description box below if you're interested in checking those out. I hope you have a fun, crafty day, everyone. Take care. Bye.